Okay, today we're going to shade a sphere. The first thing you guys need to do is get a lid or a circle stencil and trace the outline. Then you need to draw a table line in the background with a ruler. Okay, we're going to determine where the light is coming from. We're going to have our light source over here, shining on this side of our shape, making this the light side, and this side the dark side. Now we're going to put a few guidelines on using our blending tool. So very lightly, I want you guys to draw a curve right through here, kind of like you're drawing a crescent moon. Okay, and then you're going to draw right around this area an oval. Try to draw it very lightly because you don't want this oval to show up later. Okay, now we're going to start shading with our shading pencil. We're going to put the darkest values on right around this edge. Go ahead and move in little tiny circular motions. And you need to press really hard with your pencil to make a dark line. I'm going to be turning my paper a lot as I go. So just bear with me. So there's my darkest value. Now I'm just going to continue along this curve, getting lighter and lighter as I make my way toward this mark. Okay. Now we're going to take our blending tool and rub over all of the pencil marks we made, still using those small circular motions. Okay, now I'm just using the value that was built up on my blending tool to shade the rest of this sphere. Shouldn't have to press too hard for this. Since you want a light value, you can kind of press kind of light. Now I'm going to kind of like make my way up to that little oval we drew. And try to get my value to just disappear into that circle. Look around. If you have any light patches, go ahead and try to fill those in. Okay, you should be looking something like this. If you can still see that oval that you drew, you need to take your eraser and dab on it with an eraser. And also, if you can still see this line here that we drew at the beginning, you need to darken on the light side of that line. Otherwise, the next thing we're going to do is draw the shadow. For the sphere, our shadow is going to be kind of like an oval shape. Something like that. And we're going to go ahead and shade that in. You don't have to press super dark right up here, because if we did press really hard, our shadow value would blend in with our sphere value. And we want to still be able to see the bottom of that sphere, so it doesn't have to be as dark as the sphere. Okay, and then blend that with your blending tool. Kind of trying to go around the edge of this oval and kind of clean up the edges. And then lastly, you need to go through and erase your obvious outline, which for this shape is going to be right along here. If you accidentally erase too much value, you can always put that back on with your blending tool. Okay, and then there's a sphere.